Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online. This is the Quirk hate/rant video I've been meaning to do for a while. A couple things out of the way first. This video is going to contain some harsh language. If you have virgin ears, if you cannot handle that kind of stuff, go watch something else, go do something else. Don't stick around for this video. Secondly, I still have flu, as you can probably hear from my voice, so if I am coughing and whatnot, excuse that. I've been stuck with this flu for over a week. It has basically stopped me from making any videos, but I have to make this one even though this is probably not good for my voice. But I have to make it. The silver lining is that I got to see the clan quirks before I'm making this video, so I guess that is a little bit of a bonus. But let's talk about quirks, because the quirks are a complete and utter bullshit addition to the game, which did not need to happen. They did not need to be brought into the game at all. So this is not tabletop ballet. The game takes its inspiration from the tabletop, but you are not moving pieces on the tabletop, rolling dice to see if your AC-20 shot hits. In this game, to hit with your AC-20, you aim, you shoot, and you hope that you have lag on your side, in the sense that you actually hit what you're aiming as well. Maybe you can call that lag, the fucking dice roll from the tabletop, I don't know. That is up to you if you want to make that comparison, but you basically aim and shoot, because this is a simulator game. This is not the tabletop Mechwarrior. They have already, PGI, the developers and whatnot, they have already changed numbers away from what they are on the tabletop. You have double heatsinks, which are not double heatsinks, but they are 1.4 times a heatsink when they are not on the engine. That's not how it works on the fucking tabletop. Then you have fiddle around with long range missile damage numbers. Back and forth, and that's not how it works on the tabletop. You have changed those numbers already, why don't you change every fucking thing else as well, if that is needed, to make a good, best fucking mech game. I don't give a shit if your damage numbers are slightly different than what they are on the tabletop, because you have already deviated from the numbers anyway. But this is a simulator game, this is not the fucking tabletop game. So quirks did not need to happen, because they could have changed numbers, other numbers, based on as needed, you know? They could have done it. Instead, they gave us this quirk bullshit. Now I'll show you a really good example, or rather tell, because background footage is what it is. I'm not gonna smack that around. Anyway, Hunchback 4G with an AC-20 has over 800 meter velocity for the AC-20, it's 810, 812, something like that. And it has 3-second recycle rate. That is not an AC-20. AC-20 has 650 meter velocity and 4-second recycle rate. See the difference? The main issue is that you can throw muscle memory out of the fucking window now. This is why I've mostly been playing clan mechs, because on the clan mechs currently, before they start quirking those up, I can move from mech to mech and use the exact same weapons and they work the exact same fucking way. Now if I play Hunchback 4G for 100 games, I get used to the speed of the bullet of the AC-20 and the 3-second recycle rate, then I move to play another mech which does not have the AC-20 velocity and doesn't have the 25% fucking cooldown on it. I am gonna get fucking boned, because I am used to leading targets exactly this amount to hit a moving target with an AC-20 which moves at 800 meters a second. Now I'm going to go back and play a mech which has 650 meters per second. It's going to be an entirely different fucking experience, because the fucking weapon works differently on two different mechs. But it's the same fucking weapon somehow. Oh, the game has so many underlying issues on it. It's like, as an example, there is pinpoint pilot skill. Pinpoint pilot skill, if you did not somehow know, does absolutely nothing. It was back in the day when there was convergence in the alpha stages of the game and so forth, and then convergence was changed and pinpoint was left in. And pinpoint pilot skill has been there for all these fucking years. I get the development teams, you have art guys doing different stuff than the coding guys and all that stuff. I get how that stuff works. But you have had all these years of time to fix, pinpoint, or change it to something else. And there is no fucking excuse that it's still in there. It's like, what did the coding guys did for how many years, but they didn't fix this? Then you have the whole jump jets breaking hitboxes, making certain mechs able to take more punishment than they are supposed to be able to take, which is another underlying issue. It's like, how about fixing those two and then seeing how it affects the game? It's like, do these mechs still survive as long as they do? And whatever happens with the pinpoint. They, instead of putting in the quirks, they could have changed the pilot skills to be, you know, per mech basis. For example, cool run is 10% on this mech and 5% on this mech and 1% on this mech. They could have just played around with those. Instead now you have this fucking massive lists of small percentages, especially on the clan side, because it's on the fucking omnipod basis. Now I was like, welcome to Spreadsheet Warrior, where you must calculate all these percentages to figure out if your mech is worth playing. Because frankly, all this quirk bullshit there was, well, now you mount a ghost rifle on gridiron every time. Why would you do anything else? Where is mech customization gone? It's kind of gone out the window. I might have been able to live if they had done all the quirks as very, very generic quirks. It's like basically just, you know, ballistic range, ballistic cooldown. Done. Because that would have been every single fucking ballistic weapon I could have put in the ballistic weapons I want to use or wanna try to use and figure out if it works. Instead, it's like 25% cooldown on this gun. Use that, nothing fucking else. Might as well have, you know, removed mech customization from the game and made everyone play stock fucking builds. Basically amounts to similar stuff. It's like, yeah, play the stock build, nothing else, because we say so. Now you do the same shit through quirks. It's like, we want you to use ghost rifle on this mech. We want you to use medium pulse lasers on this mech because nothing else makes fucking sense, because this is the best you can do with it. I get it, not everyone is going to do the absolute best. I'm not going to do the absolute best myself every single time. Excuse the coughing, like I said, I still have flu. But I am going to fucking do the best when I want to win, when I need to win, and when I'm playing in a team to win. Because when I am playing with a team, I'm not gonna do complete crap stuff to, you know, pull down my team. I'm not a player who is willing to do that. Anyway, this is my complete and utterly honest opinion that the quirks did not have to happen. They are complete and utter fucking bullshit, and they overcomplicate the game. Because I did this when the quirks first started to really appear. I showed this quirk list to a friend who is not really into mech games and whatnot, but plays some other games, and it's like, okay, sure, I'll take a look since you are showing me this stuff. Had the friend go through this list, and it's like completely and utterly fucking confused and out of it. It's like, what am I supposed to do? It's like, how do I... what? Imagine you come into this shit as a new player. As a brand new fucking player. It's like you have no idea. You have barely done your cadet games with the trial mechs, and then you find out about the quirks, and you're like, what the fuck? I was like, what do I buy now? What? Wait, what? Exactly! This is not what you do to make your game fucking accessible, because the game already, due to simulator nature, has a massively high and big and steep learning curve. So then you add this whole quirk business to it, and it becomes even more fucking confusing and convoluted and whatnot. Because it makes no fucking sense. Imagine doing this as a new player, brand new fucking player. Step into one of those shoes and imagine it for a moment. Makes no fucking sense. It's like at all. I'll just say that these quirks did not need to happen. There are and were other means to go about it, such as changing the pilot skills, such as changing the underlying numbers of various little things. Double heatsinks. Why are they 1.4? They could have been buffed to 1.5 on Inner Sphere max if you really needed Inner Sphere max to go cooler. And all the other bullshit like that. You could have changed the actual weapon fucking statistic numbers, like you have done with the long-range missiles in the past. I think I'm done raging about this for the time being, because incremental changes have been added with the clan quirks. 1% in this freaking omnipod, and 1% in this omnipod, and 2% in that omnipod, and then you have 4% machine gun range, because that fucking makes machine guns somehow playable in this game. Are you folks playing same game as we are? I guess not. I just fucking guess not. Anyway, incremental changes. Why didn't you do the incremental changes to the pilot skills of like, let's make all pilot skills based on the mech, and then it didn't work out quite as well. Let's increase all these pilot skills for these mechs by 2% and see, cool, now we are getting closer to it. Balance can never be completely and utterly achieved. That is something you can throw out the window right away when you are developing a game, because there is always going to be something which is perceived as the best by the players. That is just how it is. The main thing is to try to get the difference between the best and the category which is considered the second best to not be huge. You don't need to make every single mech viable. Or are you telling me that we are going to get something like 400% quirks on the fucking urban mech when it comes to make that thing viable somehow? I have nothing against there being bad mechs. Like, I'm not expecting urban mech to be competitive at all. I am expecting to have fun with playing around with the urban mech. Those two are not the same thing, right? I don't need the mech to be competitive to have fun with it. And I absolutely hate that you are forcing me to play certain way, and absolutely hate that I have to relearn every fucking weapon, because the range of my medium lasers on this mech is fucking 50 meters less than they are on this mech. And that makes no sense whatsoever.
Target acquired.
Okay, I'm done with the rant, with the rage, whatnot. If you lasted this long, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments in the comment section below. What do you think of this stuff? I personally still say that this is complete and utter bullshit. Did not need to happen to this game at all. And I wish the developers will see fucking light and fix it some other way and get rid of all this crap, because it's an extra confusion to the fucking game. Thank you very much for watching.